Dear Lord, please let this kit have a better fit than those from this company that I've used before. Let my requirements of sanding and puttying be minimal. Let everything line up and have very few steps. Most of all, please let me not offend the British who love this company so much. But at the same time, I thank you that it's not Italy. Be with the starving pygmies down there in New Guinea. Amen. There are plenty of YouTube channels with great modelers who have great production skills. This is not one of them. Welcome to Cable's Creations. So I have officially started painting body. That was rubber black. Maybe just since it's against, the black primer looks a lot more gray than I would have thought, but I'm starting to wonder, did I really use rubber black on the tires or not? Because that sure looks a lot darker than that does. Well, I'll let it sit overnight. Make a decision from there, but that's officially starting to get into the painting of the model. I may just use NATO black instead of rubber black on that. Let it set overnight. It's still looking just a little too gray for me. I think cover that up with some NATO black. Yeah, definitely too gray. Cover it up with NATO black, let it dry, mask it, and then we can start putting the gray and the green down. Not planning to weather it too much because I really just did a bunch of training and took them on only one mission. Though one thing I might do is put some effects of salt spray for the time that they were on the carriers. Okay, I'm liking that leading edge color a whole lot better. Yeah, it's more of a black than it was before. That rubber black was just too much of a gray color. So once that finishes drying, mask it off. I think I'll start with the underside and then start working on the green. Well, after I got the NATO black down, got the de-icing boots. Ooh. Well, I got those masked, so I need to mask the ones back here. Almost forgot those. Hey, sometimes this video is helping me out, making me realize things I forgot. Gotta mask those. And if you hadn't seen it on the other video, got a little helper today. Hey, buddy. If you didn't see the other video, he's getting up there in years. Got sugar on the muzzle and get some gray around his eyebrows and on his paws. He's 12. Really not sure how much longer we're going to have him. He's been acting kind of sick the last few days, but for about 36 hours he didn't eat or drink, but then he started doing that and started getting up and around a little bit more. Hey, buddy, say hi to everybody. Got those de-icing boots on the vertical stabilizers done, so pretty soon gonna start going over things with some gray. For those, do this underside first, and then kind of mask the gray areas off and start hitting it with green. Well, I don't know if I filmed it, but I got the gray down on the underside of the fuselage, and now I've got it masked off except for those Bombay doors. Gonna have to fix that real quick. But there's something about putting the fuselage and wings colors down that really makes you start to feel, hey, I'm heading for the finish line. And I'm starting to feel like I'm heading for the finish line on this one. Well, almost forgot to film this. So doing some black basing with the black primer. I also put down some deck tan, dark brown, and some dark green underneath. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a worn look before I put the olive drab. Actually, I'm using olive green over this. Can't remember if it was drab or green. I just picked what was the lighter of the two shades. And I go over it fairly thin, dilute it first. And what I like to do is get it close to where I want it, then just walk away, let it dry, and then decide if it needs another coat. Well, got the olive green down, and you can see some of the splotchiness coming through. That's about the level I wanted. You know, looking just a little bit sunbeat. Actually shows up better on the video than it does to the naked eye. That's one thing I'm figuring out. If I hadn't been taping these for YouTube, you know, and even if you don't, might just run over it with the camera just to check things a little better. Let that dry a little while and then do the unmasking. That's always fun. Well, I was unmasking and then found this. So, looks like a little bit of remasking and one little touch-up part there. I'm hoping that putting that up there can keep most of it off and not have to like remask everything in its entirety. I think I'll do it. I'll probably just go ahead and maybe take a maybe just lay a sheet of paper over that. Well, here she is, unmasked. Looks like just a little bit of, tiny bit there of no coverage of either kind of paint. That side looks pretty good. Looks like pretty good masking job for those de-icing boots. Same thing there. Oop. Uh-oh, looks like one of those Eduard masks kind of came undone. Maybe scraping some green off of clear part there. Okay, maybe do a little touch up on that. And just a couple little spots. I'm pretty happy with this. Oh yeah, I guess I can. All my engine masking out. That might need to do a little touch-up work there. Get creative with some tape. And maybe same thing over here. That I might even need to just brush paint. And curious. Oh yeah, you'd have to look really close to see all that extra work I did for spark plug work. And of course couldn't ever, I don't know if those were the way those engine parts actually lined up, but that's about all I could get done with them. Well, I might actually just do brush touch up with these guys. Also for that gray bottom side, something new for me. Paint wise, I've been a Tamiya fanboy, but with this was the first time I used AK Real Color. I'm very happy with it. Sprays just as smooth, maybe even a little bit smoother than Tamiya did. Ended up buying quite a few AK kind of things. Probably going to buy some more AK in the future, specifically their Real Color line. Like, here's the one I used. It seems to behave a whole lot like Tamiya, but more wide range of colors that you, chances are you can find the exact color you want instead of having to mix it. So here we are after touch-ups. Fix that little line on that one and that one. I think it was here, had a spot. And touched it up. Huh. Oh, shoot, may have to get the magnifying glasses and just a little tiny brush. I thought I got that. And also even did some touch-ups on those, which ended up getting some gray paint. Oh, got one more, gotta take care of that. Well, I fixed two where the gray had gotten onto the engine, and looks like I missed a third. I'll have to fix that. Oh, that's a wire. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And so far, you know, basically from the build, still got a few fiddly parts I'm sure are going to be kind of fiddly to finish off the landing gear. But overall, I've been fairly happy with this build. I've had to fight it a whole lot less than I did on some previous Airfix builds. I've got 2 more Airfix kits in my stash, and I'm hoping that they go together as well or better than this one did. Well, I think that's where I'm going to leave it for this edition. It's Saturday, I believe the 8th, about 5:30, so gonna try to get a little food right before the Max's live stream stops. I've been releasing these B-25 videos like on my work weeks when I'm at Dixie Station, and the Enterprise ones at the end of my work week. So that's kind of where I'm going to leave it for both of them. As always, showing you mine to hopefully make you feel better about yours.